Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Metal 7 Gaming. We're back with some Solasta Crown of the Magister. It's been a while, I know, but there's a new DLC out. I didn't play the Path of the Wild. Is that what it's called? Primal Calling. I didn't call the play the Primal Calling one that added the Druid and the Barbarian because, frankly, I'd played through the campaign enough times and I still didn't really see much within the kind of modded player-made kind of campaigns that really that excited me a lot. So I kind of let that one go. But this DLC adds another campaign, levels 1 to 12. It adds new new subclasses to all of the existing classes as well. So I thought maybe we'd kind of combine the two, and we'll kind of play a barbarian and a druid in a party. I'm thinking kind of a Robin Hood Merry Men, kind of a nature highwaymen type of group, right? So barbarian, druid, ranger, and maybe the new subclass for rogue that's kind of a highwayman thug type of class that looks interesting, and we kind of go that route. Does that sound okay? All right, so let's jump in. Let's do new adventure. We're gonna need to make our characters first, aren't we? Okay. We've got all the old. You can see that must be a pre-made. I was gonna say I don't think I've made a barbarian. So let's go. Let's take a look at those are pre-gen personal. Let me verify that. I did not, in fact, make one. So let's go ahead and I'm going to make some new characters. And we're going to make, I don't know, what do we want our... I mean, do we go... I love half-orcs. We're going to make a barbarian. Let's make a barbarian half-orc. I mean, I know, there's not a lot of ingenuity or creativity in that route, but that's what I'm going to go with. Yeah, she looks fine. Let's go ahead. Let's hit next. I don't know what the... I know a little bit about the new Barbarian class that was added, the kind of the dragon one, but I don't really know what the others are. Display the subclass choices granted at level 3. Oh, here we go. So, Path of the Claw is the new one. Essentially gives you dragon heritage, similar to, say, a sorcerer or some other things, right? Alright, so Path of the Berserker. Frenzy, go into a rage at level 3. That's pretty standard. Mindless Rage, you can't be charmed while raging. And frightening a creature until the end of its turn. Okay. Path of the Magebane. While raging, a Magebane takes damage from spells or other magical attacks and use the reaction to unleash a powerful war cry, dealing psychic damage equal to 1d6 plus their constitution to all enemies within... Ooh, I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. And while raging, Magebanes take additional weapon damage die when making a successful melee attack against a creature capable of spellcasting. And they get advantage on saving throws against spells. I like that a lot. Now, I'm not planning on running a mage, so a character that really dislikes mages, that works fine in this. Now, I thought about there's the new kind of possessed necrotic power, whatever mage, that looks pretty cool too. I've already seen a few people playing that for their, I would say their primary, but I know a few people have been focusing on that. So I'm going to go a slightly different route, and because I didn't play the nature stuff, I'm kind of going barbarian druid and building around that. But that sounds cool. Path of the Stone. Temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus at the end of your turn. Constitution saving throw used for any saving throw if it's higher than the normal one, and while raging plus 1 AC per hostile opponent that you can see within one cell of you, up to a maximum of 4. And then Path of the Claw, you choose a dragon ancestor, you get plus 1 bonus to your AC. At level 6 you get Draconic Wrath, so you can breathe a 3-cell cone of elemental damage, and then Dragon's Blessing, your melee weapons deal an additional 1d8 elemental damage, which is pretty darn cool because that's going to be against everybody, right? Whereas this is, very focused to mages. But I love this. I love this taking... I don't know how often that's going to trigger. But I like it. So I think we'll go with Path of the Magebane when we get there. At the moment, we don't have to make that decision. But I think that looks cool. So Great Axe, Explorer's Pack, Barbarian Clothes, Hand Axes, Javelins. I mean, we can take a look, but... we can do a great axe or a battle axe. We can do a hand axe or a spear. No, I'm fine with that. That seems to work. Yeah. Anything else here that we need to see? When you are not wearing armor, your armor class is 10 plus your dex modifier plus your con modifier. And we can use a shield. Okay, so we want to go no armor, decent dex, good con, obviously, for the armor skill. Okay, that works for me. I think Wanderer or Sellsword, or Low Life for that matter. That would get us proficiency in sleight of hand, stealth, and deception. Not terrible. I don't know if we need any of that. I think obviously we're gonna have our rogue character maybe be that. The Wanderer might be the ranger, although he's probably already gonna get survival in nature. So maybe the druid. Druid would probably be a good one for that one. I'm kind of thinking we just go Sellsword. So we're not going to need the proficiency in medium, but athletics, intimidation. We're going to get probably intimidation anyway, but that's not too bad. Let's go for that. So I think violence and cynicism are probably appropriate for this character. Authority wouldn't be bad either, but since we're kind of thinking maybe kind of outlaw group-ish, for a background, maybe it doesn't make as much sense we're rebelling against authority. Maybe not because of any inherent hatred of authority, but maybe, maybe the economic situation of wherever we're from, much like Robin Hood, right? It's not that Robin Hood has a problem with authority in general, right? He supports the king, and as a noble, he clearly wants his authority. Respect my authority. He just doesn't respect other people's authority over him. So there we go. And then we get an additional personality flag. Let's double down on the violence. We may as well play to type, but let's add a little kindness in too, right? I like that. Just to balance things out. We're not playing an evil character. We're playing a character who's been pushed to the edge through hard times. A product of his or her, in this case, her environment, right? That's pretty decent, right? If we go, strength, con, and dex for those, maybe the wisdom for the 12, 12 for intelligence, 8 for charisma. I mean, we could go either way for those, but we're playing kind of a hard-bitten, kind of tough character who's not necessarily going to be liked. That's not necessarily all charisma is. It's more strength of personality than liked or charming specifically. But I'm fine with that, right? Cog in the machine, she's fine with that. So 17, 16, 16. Yeah, we just go straight down the board. I'm happy with the order they were put in. I got no issues with any of that. That's decent. I mean, we could flop con and strength. Right, so what if we because that'll get this to an 18, and that would get that to an 18. So 2 18s, right, from a straight bonus at the beginning, that gets us an extra +1, right? Because 19 doesn't get us anything. We don't get anything till we get to 20. I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. 18, 16, 18, 12, 11, 8. We're going to get slang, violence, cynicism, and kindness from our sellsword. Yep. Hit go. All right. Class skills. So we can go nature, perception, survival, and animal handling. Now, I know it doesn't make sense to like double down too many skills. Like you want to have as many different skills as possible, but I'm kind of thinking nature and survival again, playing that group, right? That outlaw highwayman kind of life, right? You sleep rough, and I think having the skills to do that makes sense. Even though, the ideal party would have a little bit of everything, right? But the ideal party would hate each other and kill each other long before they actually got out into the world. So it wouldn't matter. Background languages. I'm gonna go goblin. Take a little goblin in this one. You know, a half-orc could easily have fought alongside goblins at some point, or fought with goblins, or had access to them, right? So I think that makes sense. So we get common, goblin, orcish. We get all that type of stuff, and we'll hit next. I don't really have. I think she looks fine. I don't love the character generator in this one so much that it's really worth that much. I don't see her as ancient though, so maybe let's see if we have a face that looks a little bit. Kind of like this one with the super sharp cheekbones. Sure, we'll go for some scars. I don't mind the hair, but I don't want it to be gray. Let's go, I don't know, how about... Oh, let's just go like a dark. They all look gray. Every black looks gray. I mean, there is a gray, right? Or a white, right? But these all look... How about something like that? Skin tone I'm fine with. Sure. Body decoration. What do we got for there? Okay, so more kind of tattoo artwork. Let's make it white so we can see it. Okay. We got a very Native American influence in some of these. Which is pretty cool. Pretty happy with. That more kind of Australian, Aboriginal. And that's just, you know, goth fantasy. Maori, maybe? Influenced, we think? Looks cool. I'm thinking it's something like that. I like that a lot. I'm gonna go like that. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. Anything else we have here? We're not gonna spend too much time on this. Eye color, sure, fine. Age, I'm gonna leave the age slider down. Physique, obviously, she's a badass. We need to run that up. What are the voices?
I needed that. Keep them coming. More. Don't let me down. Found a door here.
Sure.
Come on, harder. Bleed.
That'll work for us. All right. Oh, I need a name. I don't know where to input a name. Is it way at the top? Do we just roll? Trekka? I'm fine with Trekka. Trekka the half-orc. All right. Next character. Let's make our druid. Half-elf? I mean, we're on the edge here, right? People that aren't accepted by their people, right? That have gone out. Or do we go marsh halfling, right? We could go marsh halfling, island halfling. Marsh halfling druid? Not terrible. Could also be a rogue. No, I like this. I like this for our druid. So let's jump into this. And we're going to go druid. And I don't know any of these options here other than the new circle of balance. So circle of the land, we get a bonus cantrip. That's always good. Once per day, complete a short rest. Recover a number of expended spell slots. Okay, so we get some of our spell slots back on the short rest. All right, circle spells, select terrain against a range of spells that are treated as prepared. Land stride, move through difficult terrain, does not cost extra movement, immune to... Okay, that's not bad. That works well with our marsh kind of background. Circle of the kindred spirit. Choose a spirit to bond to, grants a bonus to a bonded druid. We can call that kindred spirit to a spot within 6 feet. If it dies, you must complete a long rest. Okay. Kindred spirit is a following: druid's proficiency bonuses, attack roll. Okay, so basically our proficiencies are attacks and our saving throws. It's not very smart. Gets advantage to attack on enemies engaged with the druid or the allies. Okay. If it dies, we take a boatload of damage. And if it doesn't die, a short rest brings it back to its hit points. Okay. Magical Spirit. Okay, now its attacks are magical. And when you heal itself, it gets healed as well. Okay, its reaction, the damage inflicted to the Druid on the Kindred Spirit can be shared equally. Okay. Not in love with that one. Circle the Winds. Casting level 1 or higher makes you automatically take the disengage action for free and gain 10 movement speed until the end of your turn. So if you get stuck in combat, you could cast a spell that will automatically give you disengage and run out. So you could go in, if somebody closes with you, you could cast that big spell and then be out in time. I need to dye the beard or something. The gray on the sides goes pointed with the dark. I don't know. It looks weird. Partly it's the camera, partly it's reality, and fortunately more of it's reality than anything else. Anyway, Sheltering Breeze. You can use a bonus action to let Sheltering Breeze blow upon all allies within 6 cells of you. All affected creatures have advantage to all saving throws until the start of your next turn. For each long rest, you can use the number. Okay, that's not too bad. If you have something coming up and you're going to need that bonus to saving throws, I don't know how often I'd remember to use that. I think it's a good feature. I just don't know that it's one I'll remember. And Guiding Winds, when you hit an enemy with an attack roll, the next attack roll against them. Oh, wait, so if I hit them once, the next time I attack them, I get advantage. Before the end of your next turn. Okay, so this turn and then the next turn, and in theory, you can keep it rolling and you always have advantage in melee attacks. Okay, or, ranged attack. It just says attacks. So, oops. And then the last one's the balance one, which is the one that interests me, I think, the most, even after reading those. And this is the new one from the DLC. Circle of Balance in your list. You always have Prayer of Healing, Calm Emotions, level 5, Mass Healing, Word, Revivify, Banishment, Blight, Cure, Mass Cure, and Cloud Kill. All those are good. Gift of Life whenever you use level 1. To restore a level 1 or higher spell to restore hit points, they gain an additional number of hit points to your level at the start of next turn. So if you're level 3 and you cast Heal, next turn that same character is going to get level 3, which I like. Survival of the Wisest. Spells are more effective against creatures you already faced. You gain a bonus equal to half their knowledge level to your DC and spell. So one more reason that we take a lot of nature and stuff like that, so when we make those checks, it will boost our ability here, and our Druid will be better against them. And whenever you damage an opponent with a spell, they're unable to heal any hit points until the start of your next turn. So, and this is the target, not... This has been worded like 6 different ways, and some of them it sounds like the Druid doesn't get a heal until the start of the next turn. Like if they do damage, they can't heal until another turn. But this is the target, according to the video I watched this morning. So I'm going to go Circle of Balance. I do really like this Circle of Winds as well. I just don't think I'll remember to use that Sheltering Breeze. I think this one, I think I'll be okay at. And it doesn't matter. Again, we don't have to pick it till level 2, but we've seen it. We'll go over it for now. Intelligence, Wisdom, Light Armor. We'll get some Druid skills. Yep. I think I'm fine with the... Do you want a quarterstaff or a scimitar? I mean, if we're going more... Wooden shield and scimitar makes sense, right? Because you can use both. Whereas if you go quarterstaff, right? It's a 2-hand... Oh, it's versatile. So we could use a quarterstaff and a shield. I'm going to go that route. Just because we said Robin Hood, right? You got to have the staffs, right? I think that's fine. And it's a walking staff. It works for the Druid. I think it's thematic. All right. And I think this is going to be our Wanderer. Could also be like a Philosopher or something, but that's going to get us proficient in Survival Nature. Should get us expertise in those, I would think. We're also going to get Smith Tools and Herbalism. I didn't think... What did we get for this one? We didn't get any crafting skills, so we might want to think about that. So this one will get us Smith and Herbalism. So we're going to want... that's Herbalism. Herbalism. Thieves' Tools, obvious. Yeah, we'll do that for our rogue for sure. Nature, proficient with nature and Poisoner's Kit. Okay. Do we need an academic? To enchant, we probably want to be able to enchant items. It bothers me that it's tied to these backgrounds. Is that the only one that gets that? The Mana Colin Rosary. That's herbalism. Looks like. So this will get us smith tools and herbalism. This will get us thieves tools. I don't know. I would really like to be able to enchant items. Right, so we need this proficiency. The question is, I don't remember if we can gain it elsewhere. Is that really the only one that gets it? Oh, that's annoying. It forces you to take somebody in that. It doesn't necessarily. I don't know if there's changes to the game that'll get that there. We'll find out as we get into it. I'm kind of thinking maybe we go academic with him then, low life with our rogue, and wanderer with our ranger. Or vice versa with those. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. We could even say that our rogue started out as an academic and got kicked out of school for, I don't know, cheating or something. And isn't the lowlife of the group. That could be interesting. I guess we'll go here. I'm not a fan of this. I'm going to go pragmatism and egoism. We'll stick with pragmatism. I'll stick with egoism. I'm fine with that. Let's double down on those. Those aren't bad stats. We're gonna want, obviously, Dex, Con, and Wisdom. We're gonna get a +2 to Dex. Wisdom we are, so that'll get us a 16, a 16, and a 15. Let's do a reroll. Okay, let's go. We'll go with that. So let's go. Let's see what it does with optimize. So 17 for Wisdom, 15 for Con, 16 for Dex. Okay, not our strongest. Well, it's not a bad character. One reroll. We can't really complain about that. I'm fine with that. That'll be just fine. It's not a bad character by any stretch of the imagination. We're not a very likable group at the moment, or not a group that has a lot of personality. That's not bad, right? Low charisma. Right? That's the group that nobody, like, you know, they didn't make an impact right as they walked through. You talk to them, but you don't really remember much about them. They were there and they were gone. And I don't know, maybe I had a drink with them and we talked, but I don't remember about what. What did they look like? Oh, maybe he had brown hair. No, maybe, you know, that type of person, right? That's not a bad thing to have for that type of character. You know, for that wandering group that kind of disappears. I'm not, maybe that's a thing. Maybe we just embrace low charisma for the party as part of that. All right, so again, we get nature, we get because of what we are, and I'm kind of thinking we just stick with survival, right? We have decent wisdom though, so maybe perception's a good one to go for. I mean, these are all wisdom, right? I don't know, not. I'm gonna go, this element is not used in the crown of the map. There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna go perception. And I get one more. Oh, I get one more. Now I'll go survival. Yeah, we can get both of them. And here I'm gonna go. Well, we're the academic, so we could go like Old Tamarin, right? We learned it at some point. I haven't spent all my proficiency points. I get another language. And this one is not used. Okay, so we'll go Draconic. Oh, also not used. Hold on. Also not used? Oh, we don't need any of those. I already have Orcish. We'll take Old Temerian and we'll take Elvish. I do like the Shillelagh. Annoying Bee. Increase now his ability checks. Poison Spray. It's not terrible. Light's not a bad one to have. Let's... Or it can be hurled to inflict fire damage. Huh. Okay, self-cast. Hold flame in free hand slot to eliminate 2 cells. Hurl the flame. That's interesting. I think I'm going to go Sparkle. And... Alright, so this one... Ranged hit 12. 1d6 plus poison damage. 1d12 save to negate. 2 range. Okay, so that's range of 2. So it looks like it's single target. Fire a poison spray at an enemy you can see. Huh. I'm gonna go Venomous Spike. I don't think we've had that one before. That'll work. All right. We'll need a name. Edmund Tubbs. Sure. Okay, I'm fine with the look, honestly. I don't know. I don't really think of halflings with beards. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird that way. I'm gonna go that way. Otherwise, I think I'm just... Let's what his voice is.
Death claims you. Bravo! Victory is
You are
yours.
a true savior. Kneel now, rise later.
The fight is not yet over.
These voices are all too gruff.
Athleticism. Undignified, but necessary.
That voice does not fit him at all. But let's make him old. Older. Right? And then maybe the voice is a little bit more fitting. Sure. We'll go with that. Alright, so that's our next character. So we need... let's go for our ranger. Let's go half elf. Again, we're going to play to type here. Okay, it shows a male, half elf. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Let's go ranger. We're going to go with the new ranger archetype, which is the swift blade. So your speed increased by 2 cells. Additionally, you use the dash action. Opportunity attacks against your mate at disadvantage. When you're wielding melee weapons in each hand, you get a +2 bonus to AC. At 7, a free battle action, you enter a heightened state of battle focus. All your melee attacks deal an additional 2d8 weapon damage of the weapon's damage type at the start of your next turn. You need to take a long rest to recover all uses of this power. So free action, heightened state of battle focus. How long does that state last? Is it like just forever? Or is it X number? It doesn't really say, but that's okay. And you get an attack 1 more time per combat turn when you use the attack or shove actions. Okay, at a level 11. I think that's fine. I like the Swift Blade. I think that's good. I like the movement focus. Favorite enemy, Beast. I don't know what this campaign is going to have. I'm fine with Beast. Beast is just fine. Natural Explorer. Coast, Arctic, Grassland. I will go Forest again. We said Robin Hood earlier. We'll stick with that. Let's check our equipment. Short sword ×2 with scale mail. I'm just gonna pick leather. I don't know what we're gonna want. I mean, we have the proficiency. We can do smith's tools and anim. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to check some stuff here. Druidic language, Druidic casting. I'm looking to see if anybody else gets crafting from scribe magic scrolls and use enchanting equipment. Okay, so a wizard could get mana calling without taking the academic one, right? I'm just looking to see if anybody else gets it. Rogue tools, smith's tools, basic ammunition smith. So we're gonna have a lot of people who can do smith's tools. Essentially, is what we're learning. You don't get any crafting. Basic ammunition and smith's tools. Druid didn't get any crafting. Scroll scribing for the cleric. Okay, okay. And barbarian. Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Let's finish our ranger here. Reset. I'm going to go with the leather. 2 short swords. Longbow, Dungeoneer's pack. I'm fine with that. All right. Next. And I guess we go Wanderer on this one. Why not? Oh, the Wanderer background is the new one. Oh, nice. Okay, well, that works. I'm going to go Caution and Pragmatism. They're kind of right in the middle for both of them. I'm going to go Oh, that's Lawfulist. Cynicism. I'm going to go Cynicism. And then double down on Pragmatism. We're going to be a very pragmatic group. Oh, that's not bad. So if we were to optimize, right? And then I think an extra one for Strength. Because if we're going to dual wield... I think that'll be fine. I mean, if we're dual wielding small weapons, then our dex bonus is what's going to be important anyway. So I mean, we could put another point into con to get us that. I'm going to switch intelligence and charisma because we said that charisma... Oh, they're both the same. Never mind. Charisma is going to be our lowest, but... and then maybe I put a point into intelligence just to maybe it gets us... I don't know. I mean, I guess... Yeah, we can't put it into charisma because we got the +2 to it. So something like that? That's not terrible. Okay, we'll go with that. All right. I'm going to go... We had 3 class skills. So I'm going to go acrobatics. We get survival and nature, so I don't need to take any there. This is the only character that might have a chance at persuasion. So maybe we put 1 point into there. And stealth? We could go perception again. It never hurts to have people with a lot of perception. But I'm thinking if we can stealth the ranger and the rogue up on things, that might really help us. Let's go for that. And I get... Oh, I get more class skills. I get so many skills. Well, we may as well take perception. And I may as well take athletics. Or do I want to save that? Yeah, I'll take athletics. It's not going to be huge, but... I guess we'll take Dwarfish. I think it's the only language we don't have that we could use in this campaign. Volcus Ulfborn. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. The faces all are more or less... We'll go for a slightly more open one, right? Because he's got the charisma. You know, an open, caring face, right? I don't know, those are some interesting colors. Sure. Body decoration. Yeah, we'll go with a little bit of face paint. We did orange on the other one, but that's not really going to show up on the skin tone. Blue's not bad. Black looks fine. Red looks okay. Let's go red. Scars. We did a scar on the orc. It kind of clashes with the. We'll go one there across the bridge of the nose. How about that? Hair shape. I'm okay with that. Beard shape. Again, half elf, so I think of as clean shaven. I'm fine with hair. Eye color's fine. Physique. He's not super strong. We'll boost up a little bit. You know, he's not weak. We'll put it. He's kind of in the middle, right? Put him there. Age. Yeah, I see him as young.
Clumsy idiot.
Come on!
That was something.
No.
Sure. All right. Oh, did we already roll the head or the name? Yes, Focus Ulfburn. That's right. So now we need our rogue. Okay. I don't play dwarves very often. I'm kind of thinking we do a dwarf. Do we want a hill dwarf, extra constitution, not bad for this case, or the snow dwarf, also additional, battle axe, hand axe, warhammer, dex +1 versus wisdom +1. I think we go with the snow dwarf. We'll go with a female just to balance things out. 2 males, two females. We're gonna go rogue, and just to show them, our options are thief. We can take stuff. Second story work. We can climb. Difficult surfaces are normal, and we have dex ability on our supreme check. Okay. Dark Weaver. I think we played with this before. Proficient with poisoners. Climbing doesn't cost extra movement. Hitting an enemy on lower ground with ranged weapons adds proficiency, and when you hit with a melee weapon and deal at least 1 point of damage, your target must make a con, or they'll be poisoned for 1 hour and take an additional 2d6. That's pretty good, actually. Shadowcaster. Cast wizard spells. Now we're going anti-wizard in this one, so we're definitely not going that, but it does get you shadow dodge, so you can teleport within 5 cells, which is pretty cool as a bonus action. And if you're targeted by a damaging spell, whether it's damage or not, you can cast a cantrip in reaction, which is pretty cool. That actually would work towards our anti-caster, you know, fight fire with fire. But we're going hoodlum. You gain proficiency in intimidation skill if you don't already have it, or expertise if you do. Might be worth taking. If we get a little bit of charisma, maybe that's not going to be terrible. You gain proficiency with martial weapons, medium armor, and shields. And you can use sneak attack when using non-finesse melee weapons, which I think is good. So that'll work well with our rogue. With our dwarf, we can use, you know, axes and stuff. And when you hit an enemy with sneak attack, you have disadvantage. They have disadvantage on attacks made against you. I like that too. So that's what we're going to go with. We won't get that to level 3, but that's okay. Of course, the negative is, well, that's fine. No, we go more strength based on this than dex based, right? I think it said we get medium, so rapier's fine. Short bow, burglar's pack, couple daggers. Yeah, I'm okay with that. We'll validate that. We get smithing. It's like 2 proficiency skills or tools double their proficiency bonus. Okay. Did we... Hold on, I forgot. Did we get... Medium armor. Okay. So we can wear medium armor and shield. So we don't need to go super dex. I think we do a balanced dex strength build. We go medium armor with an axe, a non-finesse weapon. I think that'll be fine. Okay. All right, and this is gonna be our low life. And do we make this the nice one? Do we go like kindness and caution? 'Cause, 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 'cause Sure, why not? And we'll double down on caution. And we'll add some pragmatism in there. Okay. That's not terrible. If we were to optimize, what would that look like? I want more strength out of it than that. Wisdom of 4. I don't hate that. I'll be honest with you. I think that would be... That tells you how the character, despite being a nice person, got into this, right? Just bad decisions. So what if we were to go strength 16, 16, 16, 4 wisdom, 12, and 12. So 3, that's not terrible, but it's not great. It's not terrible though. I mean, 16's across the board though. I mean, that's +3 to our dex. If we're doing medium armor, we're not going to get much more than that anyway. Towards our armor class, +3 to hit things with an axe. We're not stupid, but we make bad decisions. I'm fine with that. I think that's okay. We used what, 1 reroll for the whole party? I think that's perfectly okay. All right, and we're going to get 4 class skills. I'm going to take athletics, acrobatics. We can't take nature or survival, unfortunately. We will take intimidate since we get a bonus to that. And then, no, not insight. We're bad at this. We've already said that. We're purposely bad at that. Let's go a point into investigation. I'm fine with that. Tools. Be nice if we could take other stuff, right? But we'll go here. And I'm going to get another class of expertise. I think I'm going to dump it into intimidate. Yeah, let's boost that, right? Since we know we're automatic when we hit people, we're automatically going to have to use that. That's something that's going to be used a lot, so I'm good with that. Let's get a name here. Andrew Forgehand. I'm okay with that. That's not too bad. Now this is our snow elf, so I think we need to be a little more white or blue. Let's go. It's not really the kind of the icy blue I was looking for. We go white hair, ice blue eyes, something like that. Age, again, there somewhere. Skin tone is where I'm struggling here. Like, I want to go more blue. I don't like that. I don't like the periwinkle. I guess that's the closest I'm gonna get. Maybe. Sure, why not? Let's do some body decoration here too. I like that. Let's just go with that. And I like that. Something like that. Maybe different hair, though. We're not going to spend too much time on this. That's terrible. That's just... Actually, I don't hate it. It's crazy, though. It's not very practical for a thief. Or for a hoodlum, in this case. I think something more practical. Right, something doesn't get in the way when you're intimidating and beating up people. Right, I think that's it. Right, it's just short, chopped off. We'll go with it. Flipped over to one side. Nothing fancy. I'm okay with that. I guess it doesn't hurt to look at the faces real fast. We'll go for 5. That's not terrible. All right, so that is our Andra Forgehand. So I think I've been talking for a lot. Let's go ahead and end this one here. We have our characters. That's always the most important bit, right? You got to take your time building, you're crafting your characters. So next episode, we'll actually hit new game and we'll throw them in and we'll see what there is. So thanks for watching. As always, thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back with some more Solasta with the new DLC, The Lost Valley. We'll see you. Cheers.